Hey guys, what's going on? Time for the desktop application for BadBotKiller. I don't know why we gave it that name. Actually, it's kind of silly. Um, but now I'm showing you the actual standalone version, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be simulating mobile devices versus desktop devices. So what we're doing is the domain degrees direct USA, and as you can see right here. We're simulating the user agent as a Apple iPhone. It really wouldn't matter which mobile device that we choose, but let me go ahead and quickly show you what we have in regards to the script itself. So you can see right here, this is the standalone right here. And if you notice right here, there's a lot of difference in this and the actual WordPress plugin. Reason being is because you can actually have logs emailed to you, for example. You know, you can use your own email server or whatever, but you know, it's got the ports and everything set up for like Hotmail or Gmail, or in this case, you see live.com, which is actually a part of Hotmail. Excuse me. We also have these other options as well. So enable mobile. So everything's commented out here in regards to your options. Enable logs. This is set to true, and I'm going to show you what this does. Self-destruct. Let's say that we wanted to have this self-destruct. Okay, that's pretty clear in what that means. So if we set this to true, the script will remove itself from the server in a certain period of time. Anyway, down here we've got again our URL expanders, botnets, link scanners, spam servers, and other unwanted IPs. I've actually placed my office IP in here so that we can actually do the simulation. We've also got, and you can add to this as well, by the way. Now we've got our bots right here. You can obviously add to these if you want. It's a very, very extensive list, but let's get down into some other areas of this actual script here. So right here what you see is that we're actually logging visitors, logging mobile, and logging bots. Okay, and there's a lot of stuff going on here. What you'll notice is that excuse me. What you'll notice is that what it's doing is it's giving it a 301 permanent redirect. Okay, and this is a good thing because remember, we don't want leechers and all those bad guys sitting there hogging up our bandwidth and doing a whole bunch of silly stuff. So then we see down here, it's fully contained and set up to where, as you can see right here, we've got our Hotmail and the port number and the TLS settings. Right here is for Gmail. Excuse me. And then there's just a whole plethora of things here. So what you'll see right here is this is a self-destruct. Okay. So right here, script can erase itself and the logs from the server. Currently it's set to 7 days or 168 hours. And that is if that would actually come into effect, only if you were to tell it to do so. Now what you see down here is minified version of the PHP mailer. Okay. Now this is what actually mails if you chose, to get reports and such via email. In my opinion, I think it's just as easy to go ahead and look at the logs yourself, but it's got everything you need right there. Right here is the minified version of the mobile detection class, and it's got pretty much every mobile version device that you can imagine. You can obviously add to this if you want. It's got all their user agents, all the different devices and such. I don't have word wrap on this, so as you can see down here in the bottom screen, it's pretty long. We'll try to get through this here. So now we're starting to get into like specific model numbers and things like that. This is a really useful script for a lot of different reasons. I'll let you guys decide what you use it for, but it's absolutely powerful. I mean, if for nothing else, to, you know, shun away uh, the bad traffic that you don't want, for example, going to your site, you know, the leechers and the scrapers and stuff like that. So anyhow, let's go ahead and look at a couple things. So I've added my actual IP address in here so that I can actually uh, be viewed as a bad guy, you know, or one of the leechers. Again, you know, malware link scanners, URL expanders, and such. So again, I'm simulating a mobile device. I'm going to go ahead and put in the domain again, and you'll see that it's just rotating through. Now, what I recommend is that, for example, if you've got a social, page, real quick, hold on, doing a live recording. All right. So anyway, so let's say that you're doing, you know, some videos and you want to rank them or whatever, or at least get a lot of traffic to them, or a social page or something like that. Any social media medium. What you would do is, oh wow, NORAD raises alarm over Russia. All right. So anyhow, what's going to happen is that you're going to be sending all that bad traffic, you know, that you don't want going to your other site, that is, okay, over to the actual other websites in which you list. Okay, let's go ahead and change this. Let's go ahead and change this to an Android now, for example. Okay, and now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and paste that in there again. Excuse me. Now we're being shown as an Android mobile. Okay. Apparently the LA Times. Yeah. Okay. So you could tell that this is a mobile right here. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. You'll notice that now we go to ABC News, and this is never share location. Are you kidding me? All right. So anyway, you can tell that this would be their mobile site. Now, me personally, if I was ABC News, if I owned it, it wouldn't be a mobile website like this. You know, it would literally just be a nice, fluid, responsive design. I think that mobile's out, and I wouldn't say deprecated, but certainly not as convenient. I mean, you got to have two different websites. You know, one that's a mobile version and another one that's you know, for your everyday viewers and stuff. I don't like the way that this looks. You know, just saying. So now let's go ahead and let's stop emulating as if we were a mobile device, and let's go to a desktop device. And so we'll see. All right, so now you can clearly see that this is the desktop version of msnbc.com, okay, and excuse me, and now there's CNN again. Now let's go ahead and go back to, here. Let me go ahead and get rid of my IP address, okay, and what we'll do is, whoops, let me add in that quotation. Things should come back to normal. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, excuse me, we're going to go ahead and show you what I'm talking about now that I'm not. We're just going to do some simple user agent switching and such. So let me see real quick. Let me see. I'll go ahead and save that. All right, now let's go ahead and go back here. Let's go ahead and put this in. And now, as you can see, it's redirecting to where I told it to. All right. Now, see, we built all of our properties that are completely fluid, scalable. You know, there's no need to have a mobile version of your website, and we think that's actually ridiculous. But okay, so I'm getting cookied here. That's what it's supposed to do. It's just doing its job. Let's go ahead and change over to a Windows mobile device. Okay. And now you can see right here, Now it's switched over to a different landing page, and it'll just continue to rotate until, let's go ahead and go to an iPhone. All right, so it looks like we're still, got to remember, I'm getting cookied every time I do this as well, so maybe we'll get lucky. Let me try to switch a user agent here. Let's go to an Android. How about that? And then I'll wrap this up and let you guys decide for yourself. Okay, so here we go. It rotated to one of our other brands for mortgage. Again, I mean, this is completely fluid, mobile, responsive and whatnot. You wouldn't actually need to have a mobile version. Like I said, we develop everything. But, again, to each his own, right? So let's go ahead and do this again. So now we're there, and now let's do this again. And remember, I'm getting cookied every time we do this. It's just going in its rotation, but we're actually, you can see what's happening here. Okay. There we go. There's a different page right there. That's good. Looks like we're getting into some rotation now. Back to real, okay. Oh, there's that one again. And now there's that one. Now let's go ahead and let's say that we're using, let's just go ahead and switch to the default user agent. Okay, so as you can see here, we're doing good here with, it's doing everything that it's supposed to do, that is. But what I want to show you now is I want to show you the actual logs for this, okay? And this is important because, let's see, let me make sure, yep, I got all that out of there. Let me go ahead and close that out. Now let's have a look real quick at the logs. So right here you can see we've got a log bots.txt, and then we've got a log visitors.txt. I actually didn't log the mobile devices. I actually could do that by changing the settings in there, but let's have a look at the bots log. And as you can see right here, this is what's happening. So this is collecting data from all the way back in 2013, but you can clearly see, the kind of bots that are coming by, their IP addresses, user agent, the refer if it was empty or not. In this case, you can see that, yeah, see, malware scanner, okay, fastlink.lt. So anyway, you can, oh, and here's another one. So for example, you probably have been, again, this is SurveyBot, okay, SurveyBot right here. And this is one of these things where you want to be careful because you can tell right here the who is. First of all, like I've taught many of you guys in the past, it's never a good thing to actually hide your identity if you are a legitimate business. Now, if it's a landing page or something like that that you're just gonna, rape with traffic and, just rotate to another domain afterwards, that's fine or whatever. But, if you don't actually hide or protect your who is info, which again, let me reiterate, if you hide or mask your identity with the registrar, okay, and the who is people, what's going to happen is that you're going to end up with these kind of spammy emails. You've gotten them, you know what I'm talking about, and that's why people hide their domain, their actual who is info, because of the fact that they get so much junk mail, from these scrapers and harvesters. It's so cheesy, that people use these harvesters. I can tell you from doing email marketing for, going on 15, actually, this is 15 years now, okay? I remember when I first started, okay, and we ended up doing, some scraping and stuff like that, just simple things for, trying to find customers to buy our leads and stuff. This was way back in 2001, 2002. And so anyway, we used to use these little tools that we would build at the office, and they would go out and they would scrape the who is registries and anything online. You put in like a keyword, like marketing at or whatever it would be, and simply it would just crawl the web and scrape every email, first name or whatever. Typically you're not going to get a correct identity in regards to a name, but it would send back, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of these emails that were scraped and harvested. Now, you got to keep in mind, this was a long, long time ago. But I can tell you from experience, it never worked. I mean, it really never worked. Um, and nothing's changed. It's the same now as it has been. Okay, so here we go. Now we're getting into some, as you can see here, the date. So now we're getting into this year. And you can tell, empty refer, blank refers, and right here you can see that this is Google bot, okay, and another empty refer. But again, let's just say that you're doing some specific campaigns and you want to find out, hey, am I getting my traffic through based on the refer match, refer or user agent match, okay? If you're cloaking, for example, then this is another good way to look at things and get a better perspective of the kind of traffic that you're getting to your site and adjusting things from there. Now what we'll notice down here at the very end as we get through here, we'll go ahead and see right here that this is the simulation of what I've just done for you, okay, and the different user agents, okay, on the 13th. So starting right here, okay, so you can see Mozilla, and then you can see right here the user agent, okay. So we were using Firefox browser, okay. However, we were emulating the different user agents, okay. So you can see right here that it was shown that we were using like a Windows NT. So for the phone, this is actually a crawler right here, but right here, see, so mobile Safari, and then we get down here and let's see. Yeah, so okay, so now we're seeing right here like the IP address. It's with Cox, and yeah, so you can see right here we've got the Macintosh, Intel, right? And then right here we're showing Linux, Android, okay, and then of course the iPhone. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's close this file out and let's look at the actual visitors, okay, that we wanted and allowed to come and check out the site. All right, so once we look at this, again, you can see this goes clear back to 2013. But again, now these are the ones that you would have allowed to check out your site. Now this is really good because you'll actually be able to see, like, again, like I was saying, you see right here, refer as empty. Okay, now let's say that something gets passed or through that you actually don't want to go through, because as you can see right here, this is another crawler. So archive.org, okay, we could actually take this IP, okay, or the entire block, okay, or the actual user agent itself and add it to the records that we have on file. But let's go down here and check out a couple things. All right, and I'll try to wrap this up really quick, guys. And let's see. So megapath, mean path bot. That sounds pretty mean. It sounds like something that I'm going to want to shun away from hogging up my traffic. These kind of things right here, they're not always good, and there's new ones coming out all the time for scraping your traffic, or scraping your content rather. People are really, really smart. Look at this right here. Here's a refer. So testingforex.com. And again, look at this. So the host, this is from Russia. Okay, so this is a Russian extension right here, Russian Federation. So we would obviously want to go back into the actual logs and actually block this or add to this IP address right here. Okay. Um, now, that's just one of the many things you can do. But as you can see, I mean, there's a whole plethora of information that you can get from this these log files right here. Right here, hugged. Huge domains. Okay, was a refer for this one right here. So apparently someone's trying to look up and buy and purchase that domain that we happen to own. Uh, let's see. So now we've got someone from Dutch, some Deutsch people. Okay, or actually this is an India. Uh, yeah, Endland.in. So that's an India extension right here. Let's I think you get the point here of what we're doing here. So, there's a lot of different things that you can do and learn from with this information. A lot of people with cruel intentions, for example, they'll get these cloud servers, and what they'll do is they'll use them specifically for scraping and exploiting people's websites. Okay, so when you notice things like the Amazon, you see right here, you can see that it's compute-1.amazon.com. See? Right here. So people will literally take these, all right, they'll literally take these and they'll build out these instances, that they can just trash or garbage after they've done their dirty work, and they'll literally exploit your server, and that's what this script actually does, is it actually it helps protect you, okay, from that kind of garbage. And right here you can see that someone's trying to look up the reverse DNS, okay. Um, let's go on down here. Let's just look at a couple more things. Let's look at the most recent ones, as a matter of fact. So let's see. So now we're getting into today. So you can see right here, the ones after I took my IP out, you can see that we've got the, as you can see right here, starting on this line. So now this was emulating the Linux, okay, and then down here we've got the Macintosh, okay, and the IP address, obviously, and the Android, the iPhone emulation. Let's see, I don't know what we did here, Trident, but anyhow, this is actually how you do it. This is how you use this, and this is what those things actually do. I do want to show you one thing. So let's just say that I typed in uh, degrees direct USA. Okay, and hit enter. Now, if we go ahead and we look at this, I'm going to show you something really quickly. Okay, so if we do this, all right, remember how I was telling you how people actually go in and look at things. So let's just say that we go right here. Okay, and actually let's choose something else that'll stick out like a sore thumb. Well, domain tools. A lot of people do actually do that. So let's go ahead and have a look at that. So you can see right here the information on this, and you can see it's got a little screenshot because what it's doing actually is it's rotating through. So for example, if I was to go ahead and refresh this, well, what it's going to do anyhow is it's going to give a different screenshot history that you see right here every single time. You see right here gift cards, exclusive prizes, and rewards clubs and stuff like that. So that's the kind of thing. So for example, let's go ahead and click this. Now, as you can see, it redirected us here. Okay, so let's go ahead and close that out. Let's go ahead and do another refresh here. Okay, and let's see if we can get some, let me see. Let's go back. Actually, I had already closed that out. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and look from right here. So we can go ahead and just give you an example that it has actually logged that information and why this is important. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and let's go and do another search. That's not going to actually help us out any. All right, so let's look at this, see if it'll give us a little place to click to go ahead and See, mail exchanger shows. So it shows information that you may not want to be shown. So uh, let's go ahead and see here, because I want to wrap this up, guys. But it is important that you guys see this, and what it does and how it can really benefit you in regards to. All right, so here we go. Registrar stats. Let's see. Let's go ahead and look at this right here. Okay. So now we should actually have a, let's see, hold on, not that one. Let's go ahead and look at my words. Let's see this. All right. So here we are. Let's see. So now let's go ahead and go to here, and you can see that it actually did a pop-up. Okay, and you see how crafty these guys are. Congratulations. So anyway, I'm gonna have to clean the computer now for that, but you can see right here clearly that that we'll have now an actual refer to go by in regards to where that traffic came from. So if we were to go ahead and actually, let's refresh this just to make sure. Okay, so now you can see right here 1:20 p.m. So it did exactly what it was supposed to do. Okay, so now if we open up this log file, go to the very bottom, we'll actually see that we have some referrers now. Okay, so you see right here, the refer was domain tools, and then right here, Google proxy. Okay, and obviously as a proxy, one of Google's proxy IPs. So you can see right here that it's got an empty refer. But anyway, just to give you some examples of how this works, that is exactly how it works, and that's what it does. And I hope that this helps you guys, understand the system a little better. And if there's any other questions that you have, please don't hesitate to ask. Thanks, guys, for your time, and we will talk soon.